We turn. Whose side you on?
We come such a long way with nobody goes beyond the horizon. So far from home.
Voltaire,
Yeah.
I stand to
Happy
reason,
Friday, you
cold
guys.
air. My critical thinking, I'm atheist. It's clinical.
Let me turn this down. How's everybody doing? Yeah. What is it? January 21st? I think so, yeah. We made it through the week. It's fucking 5 o'clock in Huntington Beach, Los Angeles. 6 o'clock here in the foothills of Eagle, Idaho. Boise. You got to pronounce it Boise. That's the proper way to pronounce it. And what is it? It's 7 o'clock in St. Louis, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, 8 o'clock in Jersey. I hope everybody's tuning in. Yeah, baby. So, new song came out. I'm featured on the vocals. The music is from, let's see, I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. The music is from Toulouse, France. Mr. Talkative sent the music over from France, and I fucking laced it. Check it out.
So far from home.
Voltaire, I stand to reason, cold air. My critical thinking, I'm atheist. It's clinical, navigating through the madness.
Blessed with X-ray vision.
See through the veil, see through the lies. Decode the program of the Babylon system. Kidnap, carjack, home invasion. Know your history,
Yeah, you guys.
know your
How about
enemy.
last week I tried to show off my daughter and she got so sad because the bright lights freaked her out. We won't have her on this week, but I already miss her. She's downstairs. So fuck yeah. This song just came out, Two Sides with Mr. Talkative out of Toulouse, France. It's a good track, yeah? You guys like it? Let's hear it from the top again.
There's some loud shit. I'm waking niggas up.
Some loud shit. I'm waking niggas up. Australia's in the house. Fred D'Amelia's watching. Fuck yeah, you guys. Appreciate you guys. Now, you know what's happening though tomorrow? Bam. Yeah, UFC 270. You know, I know this is not a UFC show, but you know, I'm a huge fight fan, and I've got a connection with Francis Ngannou. As you guys know, Sand Mine, the song, was written about Francis Ngannou and how he grew up and was working in the sand mines of Cameroon at like 10 years old, and made the trek, made his way to Europe, joined a fight club in France, and then entered the UFC and now is the champ, right? So yeah, so now he's fighting the interim champ tomorrow, who's another dude from France. Like, look at these big niggas for France. Two heavyweight champs made their way through France, and they're gonna fight for it tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited for this fight, you guys. Is anybody else watching? Is anybody else watching the fights with me tomorrow or what? Cheers, y'all. You can hear me drinking. Yeah, that's gross. So yeah, I'm excited about this fight. There's also that connection that one of the Denver Head PE fam is the wife of Trevor Whitman, who's like Coach of the Year 2021. He's got like Rose Namajunas and what's my other dude? Excuse me, Marty. He's a welterweight champion. Let's look him up, okay? Let's say UFC welter Kamaru Usman. Jesus, because I'm like all nervous right now. Kamaru Usman. They got 3 African-born champs right now. Kamaru Usman, who grew up in the States, and then we got Israel Adesanya, who grew up in New Zealand, and then we've got this guy here, and these guys are fighting tomorrow. This shit's fucking exciting, dude. But anyway, back to the story about Miss Whitman, who's married to Coach of the Year, Trevor Whitman, who's got Rose Namajunas and Kamaru Usman in his camp. Kamaru is in fucking Cali, because this fight is in Cali tomorrow in Anaheim at the Pond. And so Kamaru is there with my dude Francis. Now, everybody says that Francis is going to lose, that this dude here is just too slick for him. But I got Francis all the way, man. The odds are going with the challenger, and Francis is the underdog, but I got Francis all the way, from the sand mines to the fucking top of the mountain, y'all. I mean, that's just a trip, right? Like, so many people who are born into bad situations, you know, I mean, like, it's like a fish being in water. You don't know you're in water, and so you just carry on in those situations, whether it's dire poverty in the States or any country in the world, the favelas of Brazil, or, you know, the sand mines of Cameroon or whatever. But when you find that certain individual who looks around and goes, I want more than this, you know. Like, they have a champ who's also from the favelas of Brazil, the 55-pound champ. God, these names escape me, but it doesn't fucking matter. But anybody who just, like, can do that, go from the worst surroundings and make it to the top of the mountain is just... And if you're doing it as a fighter, then you're literally fighting for your place on top of the ladder. It's just, it's pretty amazing to make your living as a fighter. Anyway, you guys, so, yeah. So, you guys, we've got a couple new tracks coming out. The first new track that came out, I already played it for you. There's a video and coming out for this other track here. Where is it? Bam. Hurricane. Oh, no, here it is. Let's play it.
Adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities fade into oblivion. I feel adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities fade into oblivion now. Fade into oblivion. You know what's coming. Feel like I'm ready for anything.
Whoa, what happened, you guys? Oh man, I'm not sure. I think it was that, oh, I know what happened. The stream was playing, and so was the fucking, I was hearing an echo of the stream. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm trying to, okay, so now if I turn off the volume here, I'm trying to show your guys comments on the deal here. Bam, comments, come on, man. Real-time comments, 68 comments. See, it's not working. It's just showing me this. Anyway, fuck that, you guys. Okay, so yeah, let's play this tune again and get it going the right way. Okay? Bam. Let's go. Sorry. Cheers.
I feel adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities fade into oblivion. I feel adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities fade into oblivion now. No, you're not ready for this. Just trying to make it. You know what's coming.
How you guys feeling tonight? I'm trying to check in on the chat here. How's everybody feeling tonight on this Friday? What y'all got planned? Derek Reed's on the record, and we got Derek Reed on the record, and he's checking in right now. Yeah, so fuck yeah. What did I see? You know what? I'm commenting, I'm trying to respond to comments that I see. Like last week I went off, right, where the dude was like, you guys used to be against the New World Order. Now you pretty much just support one political party. And I went off, I was like, I disagree with the premise of that question, sir. But you know what? I mean, he had a point though, because there was, like I told you, there was Back in the day, I wanted to fucking drop a bomb on everything and start over. Do you know there's something when you're like always into this like New World Order thing and there's this power out here controlling my destiny? That's not a very empowering thought, is it? You know? And so I noticed like when I stopped saying fuck everything and was just like saying I gotta take responsibility myself and the power comes from within. Motherfuckers didn't like that as much as the fuck everything message, but I gotta stay true to whatever I'm thinking at the time. But yeah, you guys. So yeah, what's it say? Loving the new tracks. Broke album is how I survived prison. Right on, Jeremy. You're on the outs. No, that's great. But yeah, music's too loud. Yeah, but and that track is from this track. This track, Hurricane, is from Portsmouth, UK. I think outside of Reading. We already have a video for that one. A dude made an independent film and used this song Hurricane in it. The shit is brutal. I can't wait to show it to you, but I can't show it to you yet because it's going to get premiered on notfest.com, which is fucking great. But wait, what were we talking about? Okay, yeah, we were talking about the comments. And it's true, though. You know what? My thoughts about the world have changed from, like, the New World Orphans Days. God, I love that record, though. You know, I feel more empowered. I don't feel like there's, like, this club of New World Order people controlling my fate. I feel like I'm in charge of my own fate. Now, you know, of course, the whole zeitgeist thing was like trying to tell the truth about religion, money systems, and there was a third thing. I can't really remember what it was. But, yeah, you know, like I've said before, you can't be conflicted about money because we all need money. The system's not changing soon. Tons of people have found a way to make fucking money. So, like I said, unless you want to go live in the forest off the grid, you're going to have to find a way yourself to get some cash or make some cash, right? So, what else? Let's play this song. This is the song with Bad Brains, Fishbone, and Job Red from Head PE, all on the same track. Cheers, yo. Fishbone, Bad Brains, Head PE. But listen to this. I think that the Clue played with Fishbone. It probably broke up pretty quick after that. Because I was like, those are some real niggas right there. Clue Clue for sure played with Fishbone again at like the LA street scene, and there was a riot there. I saw Fishbone play for the first time at the LA street scene. They played, or they either opened up or for the Circle Jerks, or the Circle Jerks opened up for them. And I watched like skinheads beat the shit out of some innocent bystander. This dude kicked him innocent bystander right in the face with a Doc Martin, little skinhead. In my mind, I look at that little skinhead and I'm like, I could beat the shit out of that guy, but he's so empowered by the bigger skinheads around him. Kind of similar situation growing up in Southern Cali where like a little cholo would act so tough in 8th grade, right? It's a trip to me because I used to fight in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, whatever. My son's a skater, last thing on his mind is fighting, which is great, but I had a chip on my shoulder. But I just remember this one little lowrider kid. I was like, I know I could just bomb on this kid. But he used to walk around so tough because he had the gang around him, right? But I remember mouthing off to him one time because he was like sick of his shit, wanting to bomb on him. And the other cholos were like, they weren't really backing him up. They were like, go at it, meet at the meet after school type shit. I was that type of kid, like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna meet after school, off of school grounds, blah, 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 then, if it's like that.
With a positive mental attitude, once
Oh no, did you guys miss my whole story? Well, at least you guys heard the music. Cheers. Sorry, guys. That's what happens. Where did you guys hear me from? What I was saying was that, like, you know, oh yeah, so the Clue opened up for fucking Fishbone like way back in the 80s at the LA street scene. I think Fishbone either opened for fucking the Circle Jerks, or Circle Jerks opened for Fishbone, and there was a huge riot. Oh, you can still kind of hear it? There was a huge riot. So what I was just saying is how little guys sometimes feel totally empowered when they're hanging around with bigger dudes. But then again, some little guys can just clean your clock because they're that tough. Like when I used to try and fight, I got in a fight with a little guy outside of McDonald's, and he fucking left me with like lumped up and stuff. This is when I was a kid, and I thought that was like the thing to do. But anyway, so I'd like to thank you guys just for hanging out tonight, you know. I played some new tracks for you guys. We're working on the new Head PE record, full-length record to come out in the summer. I'm going to try and make that shit fucking heavy metal riffs and just some intense flows and shit, just like rap rock, you know. Try and make up for the Blackout record. Luke Wellington from New Zealand's tuning in. Brad Stevenson's tuning in. But yeah, you know, it's like, dude, one time on the Ozfest, I had like, dude, perfect example of this like little guy hanging out with big guy and acting tough. But again, like I told you, a lot of little guys are fucking tough. And stature has nothing to do with how well you can fight, because fighting is a skill like anything else. And no matter how big you are, if you practice fighting, you will, and the bigger guy doesn't, you're going to beat his ass. You know, I'm the type of guy who never really practiced fighting, but used to like box with my friends back when I was a kid, you know, and I never was scared to get in a scrap. But that was like way back in the day before everyone started training how to fight. Getting in a fight today, man, you know, you got to be careful, because you may fuck with the wrong person and really get your clock clean. But Wes Norris, what's up, my brother? It's not drowning. I'm sorry, I got distracted by a comment there. But yeah, you know, you're hearing stream of consciousness because I'm going from here to there. But on the Ozfest, dude, I was cruising through the Ozfest, and all of a sudden, smaller dude than myself just came up to me and just straight up said, "I hate niggers." I think he did the Heil Hitler sign. But anyway, I was just like ready to kill this guy, and I looked over, and the biggest skinhead, he was with the biggest skinhead with like a scar coming down, and dude must have weighed like, I swear, 220, 230. I mean, I'm a big dude too, but I didn't want to brawl with this dude, not on that day. But I'm just saying, stories, war stories. But Jesus, Head PE was on the Ozfest, for a couple of them, I think, and that was insane, watching the original Black Sabbath play every single fucking night. You know, that little Ozzy's little son, who used to be little, now he's a grown man, used to come on our bus all the time. Full Frontal Lobotomy's checking in from the United Kingdom. Derek Reed's on the record. He's still checking in. You know what? Since Derek Reed's on the record and he's checking in, oh shit! I don't think I have a copy of his track. But love you, baby. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Nazis at the Ozfest. We were talking about the street scene with Fishbone. Man, you know, sometimes when you're a musician, you'll see a band that makes you change your whole idea about what you're doing. Seeing Fishbone was one of those times. Another time was seeing Korn. Like, Korn was a huge influence on Head PE, obviously. So were the Deftones. But seeing Korn made me just question everything I was doing. I was in a band called Urban Sex Tribe or something at that time. And that after that band, that's when got together with Chad and Wes and did Head PE. Cheers. Oh, that's gross. Okay, you guys. So let's. I want to play another song from the record that's coming up. Let's go over here to srh.com first and see what's cracking. Bam. Yeah, that's what I want to see. srh.com. That's where you're going to. That's where you're gonna get the pre-order. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Whoa, SRH is such a great company. You know, my son's totally bummed because he can't skate right now. We live in Eagle, Idaho, and right now it's either snow or it's too fucking cold. He'll go into the garage and try to do some kick flips and practice shit, but sometimes it's even too cold in there, you know? So, that's why, you know, San Diego, oh, here we go. That's why San Diego is just like the Mecca, because you're just skating all year long, you know? Is that Big B playing the guitar? Oh, I just saw something. Congratulations to Big B. I think he's having like the 18th anniversary of his first record. I'll tell you what, when I first went to the Roxy and saw Big B, I was taken aback, like, wow, this dude's a star. Like, like the music and the tattoos and just his whole presentation, I thought was just spot on. And he did become a star. So, you know, I love that guy, but I remember that going to see him at the Roxy, and right when I was signing the first deal with Subnoise, right after I had left E1 Koch Records, which they were a great label too, but I wanted to be a part of a family, and SRH definitely provided that and provides that to this day. You know, there was a time, a period of time where Head PE left Suburban Noise because I had to figure out how to run that business, because how to run my business myself at that time. But now we're back with them, and it's just a match made in heaven. The problem was, like, when you're just like a musician who gets a major record deal and you're not business minded, what happens is the major record labels just like babysits the shit out of you, spend your money in the wrong ways and this and that. Well, it's not that Subnoise spent money in the wrong way, but they took such great care of me that it was like the prodigal son leaving. I had to go out on my own and kind of figure out this business that I wanted to kind of make a career out of. Now that I'm back there, it's just like, it's such a great marriage. I'm loving it. So yeah, you guys, like I keep telling you, do us a favor. Khalifa's Khalifa's Worldwide, what it is it's a collection, a collaboration of artists all over the world, their music with my vocals, right? So I'm bringing that Head PE vibe to various artists around the world, because like I say, we got from Russia to Argentina, United Kingdom, France, Belarus, Ukraine, just like, it's great, dude. 22 tracks on this thing too, man. I think it's very inspirational. Especially if you're an artist yourself, just to hear what's going on all over the planet. I wanted to play this thing for you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. I played it last week. Yeah, Portal. It's a good song. I don't know why it's not coming out. Something's wrong, but at least the microphone's still working. Is it here? Oh, there it is, guys. That is the shit right there.
This is not a thing, so let it go. Don't concern yourself with things you can't control. Cause if it's how you say, then now's the fucking time. We bend into our will, using our fucking minds. Or Babylon is sleeping in your bed. Don't act like you don't like it, it's our history, we write it now. Melodramatic, so out of step. Right any kind of help ever until something.
Oh shit. You cannot show bartender. They'll fucking, the Facebook will shut me down because of Sony owning that video or whatever. That's whack as hell, isn't it? So yeah, let's go back here though to the pre-orders, you guys. This guy's name is Brandon. I like that shit, dude. That's Brandon with Light Beings, yeah? And there's just a lot of good shit on this record, you guys. It's hard for me to choose songs because I'm looking at a list of 20 of them. I could hardly remember them. Here's a good track.
Ignition sequence starts. 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am the hybrid, a benevolent son of Osiris. I was born with the stars in my iris, enemy of tyrants, I don't need guidance. I'm rebellion, I'm a loaded gun, half a homo sapien, a chameleon, on a parasitic planet, third rock from the sun. I'm surrounded by 100 million rapscallions, Machiavellians, living so Orwellian. It's a mad world, I don't be bowing for no one. I wanna fly, really, I wanna serve out there in the universe.
Hey, Bill Walls, who was signed to a major? These guys right here, the Billbillies? Oh, who? Us? So you're trying to explain to, Bill Walls is trying to explain to someone else that we were signed on a major? Very good. Yeah, Bill Walls. They don't know that history? That must be a newcomer, huh? How you think? We wouldn't even... Like Head PE, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for those first 7 years at Jive Records. And honestly, we could have been a lot bigger if I would have done a better job during that 7 years. You know, so many people like to blame everyone else for what happens in their life, you know? But that's the loser's way. If I'm not as big as I thought I should be, then there's some shit that I did wrong, you know? It's not to say that there aren't external forces, but when I look at my own career, for sure the Blackout record was a mistake to put out at that moment. But you know what? Live and learn. But the fact that the point of this that I'm trying to make is that Jive Records spent so much money to get the Head PE name out onto the planet. Like I've said this before, dude, like we can go to fucking Russia, Ukraine, anywhere in the fucking Eastern Europe and have a show that's worth going to, you know, meaning I'll leave with some cash. You know, so we can go anywhere in fucking Europe, New Zealand, Australia. Japan dried up, but that doesn't mean that if we don't have, I'm a dreamer, right? So in my mind, another song could catch fire and we could be back in Japan, you know. You have to hold on to your dreams or else what do you have? But, no. Blackout didn't have Surge on it. That was broke, dude. You're tripping. But anyway, you know what? Here's the thing. I want to talk about this guy left a message today that said, and you know, it was nice. He left it in a nice way. I read a comment today that said, "Hey, Ja, you need to get Jackson back in the band." And it was nice because he went on to say, "I've been loving you for 20 years." You'll get comments like that. But here's the thing about Jackson, right? Jackson quit the band and now has a whole life and doesn't want anything to do with Head PE. So then, like, what would I do then, guy who made the comment? I just saw that. Where did I put it? I made a note of it. Doesn't matter because I remember it. You know what I mean? It's like I said last week. It's like I get blamed for dudes that I'm no longer in the band, but it's not my fault. I'm trying to just carry on, right? Dudes will fucking just quit at the drop of a hat, and Jackson quit like that, you know? I mean, he didn't leave me hanging or anything like that. It's just gave a call one day and said, "I'm done," you know? I think he left because I think part of it was he didn't appreciate, you know, juggalos at the show throwing shit and stuff like that. I really think that soured him on it. But anyway, I'm just trying to make a point, you know. I'm trying to make music and keep going. And I can't, sometimes it's not my fault if you see a guy who's no longer there. Sometimes they get tired. Like I said last week, motherfuckers are like, original lineup. It's like, dude, Chad left the band before the third record came out. So that was the end of the original lineup right there. Wes left in the middle of a tour soon after. So I get blamed for a lot of shit because, you know, one thing I'm not into really is airing out laundry in public. So other people have said this and that, and I'm told by other people, and I'm like, well, that's inaccurate of, you know, why the band's here and who's in the band, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm keeping it going. That's what I got to do. Let's see some comments, though. This guy says, what about Sonny? Was he having fun? I guess Sonny had fun for a little bit. He wasn't in the band that long. Josh Petrino, my dude, is the director who did the amazing Death Trip video, which is fucking a short film, kind of a Friday the 13th spoof. Yes, my dude, Josh, who's from Dirty Jersey, for sure, bro. You got to do a new video for what you said. I'm sorry I never got back to you. You like that track, Nothing. Bust one out. I think that guy's actually from Southern Cali, that kid. It's a great metal track. Let's hear that track.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's the fight in the dark, not the sun. You can't subjugate the willing until nothing is left for you. The bread is moving, finish your breath. And all is lying, yes, and you think. We are fucking helpless. It's fucking sweet. This time was always coming.
Serious metal there. Is that the one, Josh? You like that one? That is some heavy shit, dude. The ground is moving beneath your feet. Yeah. Fuck yeah, I like that one. Fuck yeah. Oh, Stephen Frug likes that metal. Let's hear how good where it goes. Yeah, so that's some more shit off of Khalifa's, dude. There's just a bunch of different shit on there. Like, we go from that to this. Josh Petrino's all over the video. We're ready to go, Josh. Yeah, that song is the shit. This guy lives in Hollywood.
A positive solution.
Rotten Rollin'.
Put a smile on your face again.
Am I still going? Yeah. Here comes my verse.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, the fire never stopped burning. The enemy wants to see I fall, no, never, never. Still I rise like the morning sun. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow every day of my life. The PMA like the wind, like a flame, now pass through the dark night.
Yeah. Oh, that choked me up a little. That's my little, like, kind of a dance hall vibe. PMA all day. That's Rotten Rollin', dude. Got Bad Brains and Fishbone on this track.
Surprised that you will live forever with a positive mental attitude. One step in front of the other. Take your time and you will be just fine. Oh Lord.
Okay, so this dude asked me a good question. He says, Nick Shelley, do you still ever get that same attitude from the album Only in America? What a great question. You know, and that record was one that I remember being totally like, oh, I want to push some buttons with my lyrics. Dude, that record is so old. It happened like after Janet Jackson showed her nipple with Justin Timberlake, and Howard Stern, which I'm a huge fan of and used to listen to every morning when he was on regular radio. Howard Stern like got into a bunch of trouble or fined by the FCC or some shit. Also, it was the first record since leaving my major label, which, let me tell you something, you know, like before I took complete, I took all the responsibility for Blackout and whatever it was, but I had this guy at the label, A&R guy, that was like the biggest pain in the fucking ass, who never even liked me or the way I approached music or you know, at all from the beginning. The guy who signed Head PE, who like had signed Guns N' Roses, left to another label. So I was left with this guy Tedesco, who like didn't like me anyway. He liked my guitar player, but didn't care for me at all. So just like scrutinized all my songs and told me right before Blackout, like, no more underground shit. You guys need to have commercial success or we're done. And kept trying to craft and go over every single syllable of every song of mine. Anyway, so I had just been through that at Jive Records. So then now I'm like, I'm done. You know, I asked for them to let me go, but they were going to let me go anyway, I'm sure. And so then, so here I am now writing a record after that at an indie label, E1, Koch, where we did Only in America. What a great deal that was. I still get sweet checks from that in the mail. But that was in response to, you know, it was like a reaction to my shit time at Jive and to all the kind of censorship I felt was going on. So I came with that record. Not to mention being completely, you know, just kind of, you know, out of my mind and not happy with my life or whatever. Not every facet of it, but my professional music career at the time. So yeah, so that's that story, and that's how Only in America happened, you know. And here's the thing: there is some certain energy from that I can still tap into, but much of it I cannot, you know, because what was that? 20 years ago, I think, 2006. So not quite 20 years, but I'm just not the same person. I can feel passionate about other shit, but not that. I can, and it's, dude, because, you know, I don't party like I used to, and it's all, I'm like proper husband, father, you know, so I can still find shit to talk about, some dirty shit, but sometimes it just feels cringe. Where back then, nothing felt cringe. These days, tons of shit feels cringe. Thank you, Jeremy. Cheers, you guys. 45 minutes feels like 2 hours. Okay, let me get some more. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. By the way, too, it's like the guy last week who's like, you know, you used to be anti-New World Order and now you're this. Now you're supporting one political party. No, dude, one thing I hate is labels. You will never hear me say, I'm a Democrat or I'm a liberal. Those words do not come out of my mouth. I'm picking and choosing issues, right? It's like I said last week, people want to say, oh, the mass media, fuck the media. Really? Then where are you going to get your information from? It's like you have to go story by story. Like you may hate Fox or NBC or CNN, and I don't watch any of that shit much anymore. I mostly watch YouTube to get what little news I'm interested in. But when I do check in with those stations, you can tell what's what. You can look on Fox and be like, oh, Tucker Carlson sounds like a racist, or on another station and be like, oh, this guy's super left-leaning or whatever. But it's story for story. You can't just throw out a whole station. If you do, then you're falling into someone's trap, because they may have a story that's worth something to you. Any of the three huge networks, you know? This guy, Eric Flagelman, says, Suffer. Good to hear from you, Eric. Suffer is one of my favorites. I love that song. It's a great song inspired by Jamaican music. I want to see you suffer. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Yeah, that's definitely inspired by Jamaican culture. Yes. You know, and here's the thing, too, like, dude, if Head PE was more, this is on some whole other shit. If Head PE was more successful and had a higher profile, I would beg DJ Product to fucking come on the road, you know? It's just like, you know, there's just certain levels and things you can do at the level that you're at, but you know, nothing but love for anybody who's ever passed through the rehearsal doors and fucking rocked with Head PE. You know what I'm saying? But I just got to carry on regardless of who wants to rock with me or who wants to carry on with some other lifestyle, because the rock and roll lifestyle of going on tour is not for everybody. I mean, you know how hard it is for me to think that I'm going to leave on tour and my little daughter and not see my little daughter every day, my little 6-month-old. That's fucking tough, I'll tell you what. But at least I know I'm providing, right? So what else? Because I'm going to log out pretty soon. Any more good questions? Yeah. Caleb, Cavanimi, good to hear from you, bro. Fuck yeah. No tomorrow. Okay. I would be so grateful to get some insight into your vocal technique and how you picked up your screaming technique. Also, how the fuck you do it. Okay. Nikolai Albert. I wonder if this guy's from overseas. Okay, so he's asking about vocal technique. I'll tell you, you know what? If you notice, I didn't really get that. Wow, yeah, yo. You know, that is like kind of the band Refused Party Program, and is what inspired me to develop that voice. And as you can hear, it's a low volume voice. Now you put that in front of a microphone that has a lot of volume on it, and it's gonna sound pretty sweet, right? But I'll tell you what though, there's no replacement for flight time and just singing a ton. Because even that, like I'm showing you that voice, that's not really the voice I'm using on stage. It's a bit louder than that and in a different spot of the vocal cords. But the thing you're trying to do is control, how much air flies through the two flaps, and you're squeezing those flaps, and the amount of pressure created from your diaphragm is gonna like do that. But that's just a head tone, and I'm sure that's what you're asking about, screaming vocals like that. It's all based on microphone control too, having fucking electricity that you're playing with through the mic, And of course, it took me years to figure out shit like gain structures and whatnot. But that's why, like, Head PE will get on stage and all my players too, Trauma, Kurt, and now my new kid, Javier. These guys are self-mixing. They've got really good equipment. They know how to play. I'm dealing with gain structures. I've got a whole rack of shit on stage that I'm putting my vocals through, a mic preamp, a compressor, a linear EQ, not linear. I know last week, I instead of saying pediatrician, I said, my wife said I said podiatrist, which is a foot specialist. It's like motherfuckers try to send me something about Joe Rogan. Some guy was on Joe Rogan, and then that's supposed to convince me of something about the COVID vaccine. It's like, dude, like, I'm gonna sit and talk to my daughter's pediatrician and get it right from the horse's mouth, not from some outlier on Joe Rogan that's just there to put out a message he already believes in. Anyway, don't get me started on that. So let's see what else we got here. Any other good questions? Joe Rogan is nuts. I don't know that he's nuts, Dude, like I'm telling you, like you guys know for sure, I've believed in some crazy shit in the past, I for sure thought when Obama got into office there were going to be mass arrests. I thought Dick Cheney and Condoleezza Rice and George Jr., I thought they were all going to jail. So I see the similarities in the thing that's going on now, but I'm in a different place. I'll believe anything or nothing at all. But what I do have is compassion for people, no matter what they believe, because it's not like I wholeheartedly believed in reptilians, But one thing I did believe in was that 2012 would somehow click in some kind of age of enlightenment or whatever, and that's clearly not the case. So you know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, won't get fooled again. Shame on me. But you know what I mean? You've got to be willing to release your beliefs when data comes in that flies in the face of it. Kobe Tratchell saw us on MySpace. Wow, things are moving so quickly. There's no MySpace anymore. Please just keep bringing the tunes, Jared. Thank you, Handel. So much love. Been listening to Head almost 30 years. Wow. I feel like we grew up together. And that is the shit. I don't like the word fans. To me, it's fam, because you know what? Maybe fans if I'm like a guy in Korn or the Deftones, but this is Head PE. This ain't no fan shit. This is just extended family shit. Really, dude. Come on, I make my living in the bars and the pool halls and the clubs across the world. So this isn't fan shit. This is fam. This is fam shit, But I appreciate everybody affording me with the lifestyle. I just refuse at this point to try and do something else besides making money from music, and I'll keep trying finding subjects and vibes that everybody can feed off of, inspire people, and make that day go by a little bit quicker or easier or whatever, So hey, conspiracies, because I get a lot of shit that I don't believe in every conspiracy, but every conspiracy is not created equal, right? It's like Anunnaki are coming. Right, it's like I told you last week, I don't believe in the extra planet. And then again, if it came into orbit, I'd accept it really quick. Jacob Glaze says, do you believe in Jesus? Not at all. I believe Jesus was a construct of the Roman Empire to quell the Jewish uprising. Yeah, look up Caesar's Messiah, the documentary on YouTube. That's, there's a knowing that I have that the New Testament was written by the Roman Empire to quell the Messianic Jewish uprising. Because at the time, the Jews were waiting for a militant, strong Messiah to wage a military campaign to free them from the Romans. And what the Romans did was got one of the Jewish writers to help them write the New Testament. That's all you had, right? Books back then. And then what they did was they brought Jesus, who was a turn the other cheek guy, and quelled the Jewish uprising in that way, put out a Messiah that wasn't about military force, but was about the turn the other cheek thing. That's why it's like, when it comes to like liberal, conservative, I'm always for a strong military because there are bad people in the world. So isn't that like a conservative thing? Low taxes, that's a conservative thing. I choose from both sides. The thing is, though, it's like if there's some racism involved, then it's pushing me the other way. If you're trying to push religion down my throat, I'm going the other way. Right? All right, you guys. We've been on here forever, had a good talk tonight. And like I say, so this song came out. that song. Fuck yeah. And that's, which one is that? That one's from France. And then I showed you this one, yeah?
I feel adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities.
Yeah, so we got some good jams coming out. And like I told you, get on this pre-order. Get on this pre-order tip. Go on here. Get you one of these sweet-ass hoodies. You'll be looking like a pimp. Look at that. I swear that could get you laid in the right atmosphere. These are not jokes. Or the black one could get you laid. Look at that. If that's what you're into. Yeah, SRH all day, my guys. All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight, you guys. I'm going to do this every Friday. The Brothers in Arms tour I'm hearing is a go. Head PE, Drowning Pool, El Nino. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. It's a good time, you guys. What should I leave you with? What track should I leave you with? Not sure. How about I leave you with some reggae, though, you know? We got the reggae, we got waves in the back. What the fuck? Perfect. Have a good weekend, you guys. See you next Friday.
A yellow sun ray, and the birds are chirping, and it's a brand new day. I step into the matrix in the rat race, fighting the forces of people every day. I come out a winner, 'cause I got the PMA. Take your time and you will be just fine. Oh Lord. playing tricks from the bad bars. Let the doc with a lie. I spit the truth with the God for the fair worldwide. Absolutely dodging on the public scrutiny. Looking for love inside this real life scary movie. But haters can't move me. The soul is free. Look underneath the lock of destiny.